I can tell you right now, get off the internet. That's public, no, that's public domain. The second you use it, and anything you see will be put in a database and used to bring your phone to try to sell you something or be used against you.
Oh, there you have it. A retired full-bird colonel worked for the NSA. Says get off the internet. Easier said than done. It's too late for me, pal. I got my face recognition. I got so much shit I've said on the internet. I expect they kick in my door anytime they want. First time this guy came up and he says, points at the Trump thing and says, that guy right there is crazier than a loon, and I love him to death. So here's a guy who worked for 30 years in the military, and most of it for the NSA. Worked with James Clapper. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how you get off the internet. They wind up kicking me off eventually anyway, so what the hell. But, yeah, I wish, times I wish the internet was never invented. Yeah. Okay, this is what I run into out there. And if you like it, you hit the like button. If you care, you share. If you can contribute. Don't forget to check out my Bitchute, Badass Uncle Sam Bitchute, and start subscribing over there in case they wind up to kick me off of YouTube. You'll be subscribed over there. So anyway, thanks for coming by, and remember to pray for me out there. I'll see you on the flip side of this one.
They need to do a true trial.
Yeah.
And we're going to do, when it's done, this crazy guy from California, they're going to get him for perjury. Now, he didn't perjure himself because he wasn't sworn when he was asking questions and saying that. You got to get him sworn in and trap him into admitting he knew who the whistleblower was. They don't need a whistleblower. They found out the whistleblower was a waste of time. Yeah. So they did all the other things to get what they think is enough. Yeah. They get him for perjury saying, well, I don't know who it is. Give me a quarter for a phone call and I'll tell you who it is.
Yeah, sure. Nobody knows.
We don't want to say. We don't want to say. We want to get him for perjury. Then we can get him censored, disbarred. We can do a few things.
Well, I'd like to see anything. We haven't seen one single deep stater be held accountable yet. That's my, we keep on hearing it's coming. Oh, it's coming. But we got Comey walking around. We got Strzok walking around. We got Lerner walking around. We got Deborah Wasserman Schultz walking around. We got Clinton walking around. Obama walking around. Brennan walking around. Clapper walking around. All these criminals walking around.
I was in the Air Force in about the same rank as Clapper, okay? And he was very competent. But he got groomed. He got groomed, and they put a ballet in front of him. He was competent enough. But he let all that power go to his head. And my friend Jim, as I said, was really sad. And that's really sad. I had 30 years of government, on and off. And with the exception of 3 years, I worked for NSA.
Oh, really?
Those are bright people. And Clapper was actually one of us. He got groomed away. That was too bad.
How do they do that? How do you think they corrupt them? I mean, there's got to be something that, I don't know.
That's a great mystery. Who sits around and decides who's the fair-haired boy?
I've talked to other people that in the services, whether it be the FBI, the NSA, or you name it. And it's always the same thing I hear over and over again. When they get to a certain level, some of them they flip. There's something that happens to them. They become politicized or they become corrupted. And
I started out on the left.
Párate enfrente de ella,
And as
entonces.
I got experienced, I decided. And then as I studied history and got into things and participated in 3 wars, I was really wrong. But I will, to make the liberals feel better, a lot of the liberal ideas I support, but I'll never vote for one because they're incompetent. Republicans have a lot of ideas I don't like, so I vote for them because they're competent. I go for quality of leadership. That's why I vote for God. I vote for God. God, if he just keep his mouth shut. Okay. So I don't listen to him.
Well, it's the result. People see the results. I mean, look at your 401k. Look at the jobs coming in. Look at what he's done against all the opposition.
Well, she has 2 retirements. I have 2 retirements. Each have something. I don't make a lot of money. But I reported on $140,000 last year. I don't. Now, how I do that? I worked.
You earned it. You paid your dues.
Yeah. But good talking to you. Are
Thank
you a
you, sir.
professor or anything like that?
No, I'm just street professor. That's all I am. Well read. I read a lot. I've always had the time to read. I've always made the time to read. So I read a great deal of books.
There is a college in Annapolis, Maryland, that is basically, they have 100 books. And you have to read and understand those 100 books, they'll give you a degree. Those kids come out really smart.
I have to ask you about one thing, about what's happening now with the electronic surveillance, what's going on with the computers, the whole
They can be
digital.
spoofed. They can be spoofed. I can tell you right now, get off the internet. That's public domain. The second you use it, and anything you see will be put into the database and used to bring your phone to try to sell you something, or be used against you if somebody.
Look at this one. This is allegedly this guy right here, Cyrus Parza, right, gave this book and this information to Donald Trump at the beginning of the year. And it's a representation of AI, robotics.
Well, we call them the Tricons.
Yeah.
And they, in terms of stealing from us,
Yes.
are probably our biggest thief.
Yes.
Now, who was our second biggest thief? Israel.
Yeah.
And why? They're trying to defend themselves because they have nobody else.
Right.
So they're doing whatever it takes to stay alive.
Yeah.
So, and when he moved the embassy to Jerusalem,
Yeah.
he just moved it. And then he calls the ambassador. He says, we need to put an embassy. Well, what's it going to cost? He says, well, to get the one we want, $3 billion. He says, that's too much. You find me a better deal.
Yeah, they got it for like a couple of $100,000.
Well, what he did, we already own the property.
Right.
A great spot. And there was already a building on it. How much to rehab? Well, it's going to take maybe it was $300 million.
Yeah, right.
$300 million versus $3 billion.
Right.
That's when you got a man in the house.
Yeah, well, he's a businessman. He built things all his life, so he knows what it is.
And they're buying another Air Force One. That's too damn much.
Right.
You get the price down.
Yeah.
You know, they could do it. And with room to spare.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
talking
being
to
in
you.
government, you know that a lot of it's just waste. So,
And as I tend to people who ask me about my politics, I says, there's only one thing worse than a loyal Republican. What's that? Gemini.
All right, sir. God bless you.
Yeah. He seems to think that Shift will be held accountable. I don't know, we shall see. I'm getting pretty damn cynical. I don't know. We'll find out soon enough how far this goes. This IG report's going to be a whitewash, or Barr actually does something, or we're just on our own. We'll know soon enough. Give it a month. If not, then, well, things are going to get really weird. All right. Thanks for stopping by. God bless you. See you on the streets.